motion.
Hello guys, Austen Mengler here, artist and illustrator from Perth, and I'm here today with my friend Nick.
Hey guys.
Hey guys! Hey go! And we're going through my sketchbook on what I've done. It's probably my December 2015 sketchbook. It's kind of bad that the last video I did of these was December 2014, so it's taken about a year. So, yeah, you know, you gotta leave them wanting more, I always think. So, it's totally not me just being lazy.
Alright, well let's get into it.
Alright.
What are we looking at here? Should we get a bit of a close-up?
Oh.
We can't scroll the screen around, so we have to scroll the picture.
This is my good friend Sven.
Yeah?
He's a buddy of mine.
We'll go back out again.
And yeah, this is just in this folio I'm experimenting with. Sketchbooks are great for like just trying new ideas. They're a place where you can just, there's no rules attached.
Just footle about.
Do whatever you want. Yeah. So in this one I start off doing a lot of pencil and stuff, and then I find it smudges, and so I go into more ink and stuff in the future.
Oh, right.
So, you know, you definitely can spray to stop that, but I'll go through it as I get there.
So have you got a combination of
Yeah, this one is
pencil and pen?
ink. I've got a small kind of fine liner pen, art line that I use to do the outlines, and then I'll maybe use a biro for some shading, and then I'll maybe use a thicker art line for some of the thicker lines like that, and then just a normal pencil for some shading. But you know, it's just have a play, have fun with whatever you want to do. This is Uncle Fester. He's you know, I've started putting in the outline there, and then got a bit lazy and left the rest to Photoshop. So, what do you think about that, Nick?
Do you leave a lot of stuff to Photoshop? It sounds like you leave at least half the work to Photoshop.
Well, it depends what you intend to do, you know. If I was going to sell this as an original, obviously I'd finish it up.
Mm-hmm.
But,
have you sold many originals?
Not yet, but I've had lots of inquiries, and, you know, I'm always open to the option, and it's it's hard to find a good price, because some of the pieces I do, you know, I'll do the originals like this, and then I'll scan them in the computer, like my usual process, and then they'll become some of my most popular pieces. So
I should scan them before the convention and then just sell. Get rid of them.
Yeah.
As long as they're backed up.
So this is not mine. This is from my friend John.
Oh, good old Johnny boy.
This is a chicken.
It's a fantastic chicken too.
And he's clucking. And then there's a little chainsaw chickens. Yeah, John's one of my good friends, and he always helps me out at the shows. So shout out to John there.
Yeah, Johnny boy. Love you, John.
Alrighty. This one here is another one of my buddies. This is Mark Lothier. He's actually an artist as well. So I'll put a little doodly-doo here. You can check out his work. But yeah, this was just on the go at Brisbane. We were all relaxing, and he was getting his head massaged by one of my friends, and he's pulling a nice relaxed expression, so I thought he looked a bit like some sort of a undead don of a gangster mob. With a big cigar, like, yeah.
Did he actually have his shirt undone?
Yeah, he was all relaxed, and he was like, So I was like, oh, he looks like a
very
hard as nails.
Generous friends you got there. Head massages.
But yeah, you know, it's always a great idea to just always have a sketchbook with you, even if you're out and about, because you never know when the inspiration might take. And friends are a good thing to draw because they're always with you, and it's always great to just get practice in. And you know, you don't always have to stick to the rules. Mark actually does not look like this. Spoiler alert.
Oh, he has an upper lip.
Yeah, he's much more fleshy than this, but I hope you enjoy this, Mark. Alright. So yeah, that's one of them, and I've just gone in with biro as well as a thicker pen as well. It's good to get the contrast up by using a much thicker marker, like a permanent marker or a Sharpie or something. You know, I used to always do a lot of line art and just leave it at that, but it's good to kind of block in areas to get a bit more contrast into the piece, make it pop a bit more.
That's good. Is he a boss player?
Yeah, that was a special request. It says boss player there, so he's
Okay.
player of the boss. yeah, let's keep on going through. Ooh, and here's another beautiful illustration by John.
It's,
Choking the chicken.
I wonder what that's. Wonder what that's alluding to there.
Yeah, you know, John isn't much of a artist as much as I am, but
Oh, it's
he's
beautiful. It's beautiful.
yeah, it is beautiful. I'm just saying,
He's not making a career of it, is he?
The thing he can do much better than me is draw chickens.
He
So
shouldn't quit his day job for chickens.
well, I don't know. I like it a lot, but you see, John's used like a biro here in blue, and then ink in black. That's a special technique
Combining mediums.
O'Callaghan's used.
Quite advanced. I like it.
Yes. Anyway, we'll continue on. Don't want to make that the thumbnail or anything by chance, so get off that page. This isn't the other artist channel, this is my channel. God damn it. So, yeah. Alright, so this is a strange bug man. And I drew this while I was on a plane watching a film. This was just out of my head, but it's always great to look at bugs and insects and creatures. You know, the natural world is like fascinating, isn't it, Nick?
Sure is.
What's-
I like bugs.
What's your favorite bug?
Well, we saw a bug tonight, didn't we?
We did. We saw a mole cricket. That's not a mole cricket. That is a different monster.
That's like a nymph.
But yeah, that's like a nymphy bug. But
Yeah, with
mole
the hairy
crickets.
things.
Mole crickets are pretty interesting. I should try and insert a mole cricket here, if I can. Don't know how good my video editing skills are. But yeah, no, it's great to look at the natural world. You know, all the depictions of aliens and stuff we have these days are pretty much just based on like combinations of different animals and insects and underwater octopus and deep sea fish. So
Even Avatar. It's like based on hammerhead
Yeah.
sharks and like
you gotta
those
just
little coral things. And
you gotta just take the existing elements and mix them up and put them in a blender and just let your ideas flow. And yeah, it's great to study the natural world and then take all those and then mix it up and make your own stuff as well.
You don't need to invent everything. Nature's pretty fucked up as it is.
Exactly. So here's a bit of detail on Mr. Buggy Guy. Got some sort of strange wing structure. Probably, if I wanted to advance this one, I'd look at a bit of reference for maybe some textures or maybe cool colorations there. Always good to keep in mind how you might color it, whether it be digital or with watercolors or something.
Oh, I haven't done much watercolors, have you?
No, I need to get more into traditional stuff. So this is a page of zombie heads.
There's a lot of pages of heads.
Yes, I like
I
just
heads.
coming up with head ideas. Because, you know, you can tell a lot about the character by the head, so
Yeah.
it's good to just practice with one thing for a while. If you feel you're struggling or want to do it, you just always practice the one thing, you know? Like, you don't see someone playing a professional basketball game just out the go. You see them practicing dribbling and practicing shooting hoops, practicing all the different bits. And that's how you work at it, you know? You gotta do the study. So.
Practicing fucked up bottom jaws. I'm not sure if we're supposed to be making this PG.
Ah, nah, it's all good. You should wait till I get my life drawing one out. There'll be
right,
boobies
okay.
everywhere.
Okay,
So.
alright.
But yeah, it's fun to look at, you know, natural stuff. I've got this little model of a skull that my kind father gave me, and you know, it's always great to have like something like this on your desk as well. You know, whether it be a maquette of a real head or a wooden structure of a little posable figure, or a replica of a skull. It's great to check out the lighting on like different angles, or just pose it and try and draw for it for like a minute or two, or 10 or 20 minutes.
For reference and general badassery.
Yeah, for reference, and also to look like you just skinned someone alive. So
You need to learn a few lines from Hamlet, perhaps, to just...
I'll pop him here. Pop him right there.
Yeah.
Good buddy. All right, so let's continue on this epic voyage into Austen's imagination.
Got some ladies.
Got some ladies. So these are just out of my imagination. These are just for practice. You know, it's a good way to do it is do life studies. Do it from life, whether it be from a real model or from photos, And then, you know, after you've done that for an hour or however long you want to do, or half an hour, you can always, you know, try and just do it out of your head to see how much you've learnt.
Yeah.
See what you retain, because if you don't do that, you just kind of sit on it and okay, that's all good. But if you
Looks like
do it again, it's harder, yeah.
looks like you just watched Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, yeah?
All the makeup looks a bit like
Sally?
Sally.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, that is one of my favourite films. Got a little dude somewhere. Oh, Jesus. Hello! Sorry. My room is going to fall apart. All good. Alright, so, yes, they look a bit like Sally, you were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the lidded eyes and also like just the spacing of them. I don't know. This is very Sally-like to me.
Cool. Any other favourite Disney films I should draw next?
I don't know. The Lorax!
Yeah, Lorax, hooray!
No, that's definitely not my favourite Disney. Is that even a Disney film? I don't even know who made that.
Alright, so here we have some science fiction-y, post-apocalyptic, cyborg kind of creepy humanoid monster dudes. How's that for a title?
I like that.
Yeah, I like him. He look reminiscent of a kind of orc boss from Warhammer a little bit there. But yeah, these are just with a biro, just a normal pen, really cheap. I'm actually liking experimenting with the biro. Like, I've been using fine liners for a while for pens, or you know, just strictly pencil. But I find the biro is a good kind of in between the two.
You can get a lot of variation with the biro.
You can get a lot of shading. You know, you can make it really really lightly done, or really heavy if you want. So it's you know, it's always great to start your drawing really lightly, so that you get a sense of the form and get more of your gears turning in your head, so you can figure out the rest of the page.
Yeah.
So a biro is good for that, because it's not as smudgeable as a pencil, but you can still make it very light. But yeah, I like this girl especially. I'm considering doing a portrait of that one. I like the whole idea of some sort of cyborg human with parts of a human face attached. And then possibly I could do more where it's like she has the face attached on different sides or different wrong parts.
Little rows of LEDs, perhaps.
Yes, something like that. I saw that film Ex Machina recently. Very good. Have you seen it?
Still haven't seen it. You were going to make me watch it last
good.
time. We didn't get around to it.
Well, tune in next time, folks, and we'll do a review of Ex Machina. Really good movie. Really creepy. Really disturbing.
Oh, Dead Space. Is
Yeah, these are
big influence here.
kind of Dead Spacey power suits, I guess. This guy's got more of a weapon, but yeah, you just lots of weird gun designs. That's something I need to work on better.
This guy's got an accordion combined with a typewriter.
Some weird gravity gun thing hooked up to his head, or I don't know.
It's pretty cool.
The mind wanders. You know, one of my weak points is you know, science fiction kind of automaton kind of robotics and mechanical bits. So, you know, I need to go in, and I'm looking at this, and there's not much function behind it. It's all just form and just lots of, you know, I'm making it up, you know. So I should really go and study I
could show you some videos.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
Some references.
I should look at some reference. I should look at, you know, just my lamp on my desk, or
there's a lot of cool
car
videos
engine.
for CNC machining.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's heaps of YouTube videos, and they're all about like these crazy complicated machines that carve out pieces of metal, really complicated. Those would be great.
Yeah. So yeah, you know, you need to get a lot of input into your brain and lots of information, so that you can just make them up in future. You know, whenever you're studying something, the idea is to study it so much that you can just draw it out of your head in future.
But I like this.
So,
this is original.
This
could be
thanks. Yeah.
These could be heat coils. They could glow red. That'd look awesome. Just projecting gravity through heat coils.
I like it. I just gotta Yeah, thank you. But yes, I love Dead Space. I want to play them again now. And this guy's a bit more post-apocalyptic than that guy. He's got like a hub cap and like some...
A bit more patched together.
Some just stuff everywhere.
Tool pouches and that.
So here's another dude. This guy's got a weird little knife and a big scythe and a weird hood thing.
Yeah, this is the one I said that feels a bit like Star Wars. This looks like a Star Wars headpiece.
Yeah. Looks a bit like a firefighter or something, like with a big weird hat. But, you know, I've got a lot of these kind of post-apocalyptic survivors, like, let's just concepts, so I need to put them all together and get them all out on the World Wide Web, so they'll be coming soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's another page of head concepts. And these are again like kind of more demonic and, you know, warped, kind of maybe goblins and strange looking creatures and science fiction-y kind of characters. I finally started playing the Fallout series, Fallout 3.
Oh, yeah.
And really loving the post-apocalyptic kind of vibe from that. Like, everyone's playing Fallout 4, and I was like, well, I might as well go back, play the classic. So, it's lovely.
This one here looks kind of like a steampunk Neverhood, like Skull Monkeys kind of.
Yeah, Skull Monkeys.
The long kind of head.
Yep. Yeah, he kind of looks like a bit like maybe Groot or something as well, with a weird face mask on. I like the idea that he's got a mask on and then he's got like a shark's teeth or something over the top of the mask.
Yeah, yeah.
Something like that.
Just change the page and then say something then.
Okay, let's keep going. How does that sound, guys? Is it good or bad? I'm trying not to say alrighty as much because then that would be annoying. So anyway, this is a just more of an abstract piece. I want to do more kind of female figures, more kind of interesting, maybe, you know, surreal science fiction-y ones, but also more like, you know, just portraits. So,
buddy, this is why you need to do watercolors. Like, have you seen Ashley's recent stuff?
well, yeah, you know, I do have some new paint sets, so I kind of started doing this, and I was like, I left it, and I was like, you know, that would make a nice color. So
Yeah, it's just like gradients, like abstract, like.
and you know, I have scanned it, so worst comes to worst, I've always got still the scan, so I can just go crazy with it.
Yeah.
That's the thing about, you know, sketchbooks and art. You got to just jump in and just try new things. You got to just have fun. And yeah, you know, like, if you're in your comfort zone the whole time, like, which, you know, ashamedly I admit I am a lot of the time, because it's more fun. You know, you're not going to learn anything new though. So as long as you know, still do stuff like this is for me my comfort zone, monsters and ghoulies.
This bit here, right there, that's Austen's comfort zone.
The groin. That's
Right.
my comfort zone. But yeah, no, I do like the entrails. And that's a good example of how to shade. And like, when you shade, you don't want to just shade it flat. If you know what I mean? You want to shade it like in the direction that it's kind of, the form goes.
In the tubular direction.
So, you see how this leg is here? If I would just shade that flat, it would look very two-dimensional. But because I've just added a slight curve to the shading there, it's made it look a lot more like a round limb instead of just a piece of paper. So
You've definitely improved on the shadings lately.
yeah, you know, it's just, you know, I spent a bit longer on this one, and it's just pencil, and I did spray it afterwards. It's always great if you're doing a lot of shading work to spray it with a fixative, because you know, then, you know, just having the pages closed like that, it just, on each page you can see there's a little bit of residue of the smudge that's happened, so it's always annoying to come back and find that's happened, so it's great to be able to shade your pieces.
Use fixatives, lady and gentlemen.
There's a little tidbit from...
What brand of fixatives do you use, Austen?
Oh, I can't tell you right now, but I'll add a little annotation right here. So, thanks, Skeleton Nick. Alright, so this is a bigger piece. I want to, you know, as you do a lot of art, you kind of find your weak points, and I guess one of mine would be that I don't do many pieces with more than one character or a whole kind of environment with different characters. So that's something I need to work on this year, I think. So this is a very complicated piece of like a whole army kind of marching forward with lots of undead kind of beasts and mutants and stuff. This guy's got a towering big body and a big mouth, and this guy's just got a bunch of spiders. This guy's got a nice butt as well.
Something about this one here reminds me of District 9.
Oh, yeah?
This guy. Him over there. Looks like a little
nymph or something. Little weird demony dude.
Little prawn.
Little prawn. Yeah, that was a great movie too. Awesome. I've got that art book actually.
Ooh.
I got it signed by one of the Weta Workshop guys too.
Nice. The benefits of going to lots of conventions.
Lots of Australian conventions. Supernova and Oz Comic Con. It's always great to go to, art shows or gallery openings or conventions to just meet other artists, meet and greet, and if you're exhibiting, sell as well. So, yeah. Have you been to a convention before, Nick? What are your thoughts on that?
Look, I mean, I always feel bad because
Yeah?
you have a lot of your friends go help you at conventions. I'm not a big fan of conventions.
Oh, that's all right.
Not a big fan.
Yep.
When I go there, I see one or two things that interest me, but they charge too much to get in. like the amount that I would spend on stuff at the convention, I already spent at the door.
Yeah. Yeah, it is hard that they, charge you to get in, and then you have to save some money to buy all the cool stuff. But, it's, I guess with Australian ones anyway, it's only like once or twice a year, so it depends how devoted you are, I guess. But, yeah, you gotta keep doing new things as well. I want to try do more working with more artists and stuff, and, not just attending conventions, because often the annoying thing is you don't get to meet and greet as many people as you like, because if you're manning a booth.
Stuck in a booth, yeah.
But, it's always great to exchange, Facebook and, keep chatting to people and bounce off ideas and collaborate as well.
Cool.
So this one here is a very lovely piece. I actually drew this while I was watching 50 Shades of Grey.
Wow. I've not seen that movie.
Atrocious movie, but it was
Atrocious.
really fun to draw a messed up, body while I was watching their bodies doing.
So is this basically your review
Yes.
of 50 Shades? This is your mood and your thinking.
That's my Dorian Gray. That's my BDSM kind of fantasy guy. Look at that butt. Yeah. So I hope you like that one. But yeah, I was so annoyed with this one. I don't know if you can see. Sorry, I bumped it. But there's a coffee stain right there. God damn.
Is that it? You complained about this to me. For like half an hour you complained about that coffee stain.
Well,
I didn't even notice it till you pointed it out.
That's the thing, it wasn't there for the 3 or 4 hours I was drawing it. And then it was only when I came back, because it would all smudge because I didn't spray it, and I came back and fixed it all up for a good half hour to an hour.
Oh.
And then I turned it over and I stained it. So
Bollocks.
that's just what happens. So don't turn over your pad when it's a drawing on it, because you might have crap on your table and then you'll get that crap on your drawing. So
Pencil sketchery.
the trials and tribulations of being an artist. I mean, it's pretty basic stuff, but it's not much on that page, so I'm going to skip it. But these, I'm pretty proud of this one. This is a whole bunch of zombie clowns. And yeah, I like the idea of having a whole page of different heads, Just watch it out.
Oh.
But yeah, because you have to if you're just going to draw one, you might not be satisfied with that kind of idea. So you can draw a whole range, and it gives you a whole lot of options. And you do find that you loosen up a lot more, and you get better at the theme. Like this was probably the first one, and he's pretty nice, but he's pretty uninspired. He's just dazed. And then I've gone into these ones, and they're much more character, I reckon. Like this guy's got a moustache and nice top hat, and
I like him, and I like this guy here.
Thanks. Yeah, I like having a look at him. Zombie clowns. But yes, and then here are some more post-apocalyptic kind of cyborg humanoids survivors. This guy's got like a BMX kind of outfit with a weird hatchet. This chick's got like some hooks and knives and a surgical kind of implants on her face. She's like, hey guys.
Freaky.
And then this guy over here is like some sort of boxer who's got like hand knives and a big weird like rib cage for a utility belt.
She must have had a really good reason for doing that to her mouth. Hey, like, I'm just trying to imagine, like, why did she do that?
That would hurt. Maybe it was some weird blast that got rid of her thing, or maybe in this cult, maybe she likes to modify her body that way.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know. The way I kind of generate story ideas is to just see what comes out of my pencil, see what generates,
Yeah.
and then from that I kind of piece it together after. And I think it's a good way to just kind of draw first and then ask questions later. So,
Yeah. Okay.
But and then you can do a combination. Like you might draw something first, and then that sparks an idea for a story you might want to go into later. This is just a rough page of some concepts. Probably need to work on this one a bit more. Bit of a cyborg guy here with some sort of gun that you can't really see. Then there's a weird chick with like a kind of demon's skull as a mask. I like that idea of having like big bones of like big ancient dead things as armor.
Yeah, skeletal armor.
Yeah. So I think I keep going with that theme, and I've got these guys here. So this guy's got like a weird kind of almost Diablo kind of skull. And then he's got like a kind of boxing gear, like weird pads. And...
Not nearly as good as my skull.
He's going to be a constant theme now. It's going to be in every video. It's going to be my icon on YouTube. And this guy here, he's wearing a whole skull. Like that's his arm socket there. That's actually an eye socket. And but I like that kind of idea, like the whole found object kind of approach, and then maybe the found bones, and if it's a fantasy kind of world, what other things could they have found? Not just garden utensils. So yeah, it's just all about sketchbooks are just great for just generating ideas, really. Just thinking about what you're going to do and just having fun and just trying to get through them as quick as you can, I reckon, because, like drawing and skill, you have to keep practicing it to sustain that kind of momentum, You've got to keep practicing every day and just try and fill a sketchbook as quick as you can, because it's a great way to learn and keep up that practice. So this guy's some sort of cultist dude with a nice big scythe. What do you think a nice nickname would be for this guy?
Oh, let's see. Like he's got a mask on. I really like his mask. It's very. It looks a little bit.
Looks a bit sad, doesn't he? He's like, oh.
Yeah, it looks a bit.
It reminds me of like Day of the Dead. That's what I was kind of going for.
A little bit Venetian. The mask.
A bit like Assassin's Creed, maybe.
Yeah, a little bit like the
like
Venetian Mask Festival.
And then he's got some sort of like science fiction-y armor and a big scythe and a kind of pistol.
Executioner hood.
Yep.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah, and I like the movement too. Like I've started doing this digitally as well, and I've extended his cloak so that it's that way, and you can see more of the motion in the piece. And always good to sign your work with a nice big 2015 in exclamation marks too.
Ostentatious signature.
An ostentatious Austen signature. But yeah, you see there, I drew that guy, and he was, as I was thinking about it. Oh, hello.
That's my drink holder.
Stubby holder. So, and then I drew it really close. So it was good to go back and try to figure out how he would look just standing straight on. So I've just drawn him really quickly there to get his proportions down. So if I want to go that character further, I can just reference that as well, or draw it again and see how it goes.
Okay.
I like this piece too. This is kind of a mech spider character that has like a humanoid person inside that is like suspended from their head, and then they've got a keyboard and maybe like a gamepad, and they're controlling the spider through the.
You could call it the Arachnidus Rift.
That's awesome. Or like Oculus Spider.
Yeah.
And spider with like a Y, so it's more like futuristic.
Yeah. 'Cause we just forget how to spell in the future.
But yeah, I like this idea, and it's things like that. You want to try and generate ideas, and then maybe there's a whole bunch of people who have this sort of thing with different kind of bugs or different like animals, maybe like a scorpion or maybe like a centipede with lots of different people underneath. Like
Yeah.
once you start one thing, it might lead on to other things. So you just got to elaborate on any ideas you kind of make up. So, and yeah, now I'm getting into some ink kind of work. So yeah, as I was saying before, it's great to define more of your artwork with thicker pens, maybe an art line, 0.6, or maybe even a permanent marker, one of the thicker ones, or a Sharpie.
A lot more contrast here.
Yeah, definitely. And you can, if you make errors in this space, you can always just color in over the top, or then use whiteout to trace it back in or draw over, or if you're using paints or doing it digitally, you can always do that as well. But yeah, like these were just all kind of daily just sketches while I'm on the go, and it's always good to keep it up.
Did you have a name for this one?
This was the Elephant Man.
Elephant Man.
He's kind of like an elephant, but a man.
You know the Elephant Man on Reddit, right? Like the...
I know the movie. I still haven't seen it, but I want to see that old movie of the sad story of
The Elephant
poor
Man.
Mr. Elephant Man.
I've only seen pictures.
What was the Reddit thing?
Oh, it's just the same thing, but they use him for all kinds of really politically incorrect
I see.
references.
But yeah, and then this was, lots of fine liner, lots of ink, and then I was going in with a biro to get more of the feathered kind of gradient kind of shading as well. This is a chick.
Red! There's a bit of red there.
Bit of red.
Brought in a bit of... Oh, shit.
But yeah, I wasn't really happy with this one, but I like the idea of having like a red kind of a cloak, but only red on the inside. I've scanned this one and I'm fixing it up, and I've actually gone and erased a little bit of this line here, so it's more of a imply that she's wearing a coat, and it's just the red that you can see.
It's really nice. I like the red on the inside. She needs a short skirt and a long jacket.
Long jacket, yeah. But yeah, and then like I didn't do the face as good as justice as I would like, so
I think it's stylized, man.
It's
Come
stylized.
on.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't.
It's definitely different, so that's good. But if I was just saying, if I had any problems with it, I could always look at reference and try it again, or scan it and change it up. But it's good how it is.
I think you could sell it for $50 as it is, just off the page. Go on.
There we go. Anyone listening, $50 apparently. But item contained, not actually $50. But yeah. Oh, and I like these guys. This was some freaky little buddies that I drew. They're pretty weird little dudes, and again, these are like just fine liner ink to do the outline, because it's good to like draw with a thicker, like more of a permanent pen when you're doing it first. Sometimes when you want to just build up your confidence level, and then you go in and do the shading with more of a faint biro.
That's what it reminds me of, is Doom, the dude in the wheelchair.
Yeah, Doom 3, the weird pig guys, the big dogs.
Well, wasn't there only one dude? He was like a main character who got turned into like a...
Oh, yeah, in the movie Doom, yeah.
Oh.
But in Doom 3, they were the bad guys too, the big dog guys.
Oh.
They had wheelchairs for...
Well, they all had wheelchairs.
I think they did, or maybe the one in the movie was like a weird custom version with a wheelchair.
Yeah.
But I think the ones in the game.
I remember
the ones in the game had mechanical legs, I think.
Oh. Okay.
But then in the movie, he has a wheelchair. But yeah, that's what I got the idea from anyway. But and I like this guy too. He kind of just like, I love teeth. A lot of my pieces have just teeth everywhere. But yeah, awesome. I always say awesome.
Awesome.
But yeah.
think you need to try some herbivorous teeth.
Herbivorous?
Like herbivores, but like I think there's something very disturbing about teeth from herbivores, but with like blood on them.
Like, yeah, like have you seen those the leather jacket fish where they have like a beak, and it looks really weird because it's like it looks goofy, but it looks like it could kill you. You know, it's like that's weird, but on a fish. But
you should do some teeth studies. Teeth are very disturbing if you.
But yeah, and then this was a small charcoal experiment, but I decided that A4 was a little bit small for charcoal because you can't really get your whole movement of your hand into it to smudge. But you can always just have fun just shading with charcoal, or you can get some like nice cardboard smudge sticks, which are really effective to use. I think I showed them in a previous video.
How long have you had that pencil case?
Oh,
that's an old.
this is my pencil case. Zombies ate my homework.
It's a crusty looking old pencil case. I've seen that a lot of times. So there's a lot of fixative on that page.
Yeah, quite a bit. And yeah, these are some more freaking monster dudes. These ones were with a very small 0.1 pen. Don't know if you can see that.
A lot of little speckledy texture with that pen.
Yeah, just with the shading and stuff, like the fine lines there.
Yeah.
And then I've gone back with a biro as well, and sometimes I've gone in with a thicker pen as well. But yeah, it's great to just now that I'm getting good at doing characters, I want to put them in settings and do that sort of stuff. So I was thinking about what sort of environment I might put these in later, and maybe build it up, maybe some castles, or maybe just a black night sky with bats and stuff. But I don't know, very like Cthulhu theme with this guy as well. So
yeah, tentacle mouth.
Yeah. We've added a new addition. I hope you don't mind. Hello! I'm another skull. How are you guys going today?
Shut up, I'm trying to be the mascot here.
Well, I'll just let them sort that out. Anyway, back to the drawing. How you going, Nick?
I'm going great. We've
You ready to get through some more sketches?
had some chips and some drinks.
Yes, a little bit of a refreshment. Always have a nice break when you're doing lots of heavy lifting, lots of work,
Yeah.
Gotta keep it up.
So this guy, he's pretty dominant on this page.
What do you think his name should be? Maybe Rex, because he looks a bit like a raptor.
Yeah, he does. His arms
Or a
look
T-Rex.
raptorish. He looks like a pterodactyl that's had his wings all shredded out.
Yeah, I know, right? What do you think's happening with this black stuff? What is that?
It's either a cloak or some
Flesh.
skin, some flesh.
Zombie flesh.
Probably flesh.
You have to say it like you're
flesh.
like you're James Bond.
Flesh.
Anyway,
Conroy.
but yeah, I don't know. Like I asked because some people say it was a cloak, some people say it was flesh, and I thought it was going to be a cloak when I drew it, but I don't know.
Maybe
it
it's
is flesh.
dark energy. It's just
But yeah,
plasma.
he's cool. He was just like a light fine liner sketch. I used to do a lot more like this when I was younger. Like I used to do a whole page of just like ink everywhere. But it's good to instead of just having the whole page really detailed, it's better to like really focal point your details and keep them in a nice silhouette. So like even if it's really detailed, it's still like easily identifiable is what it is.
Yeah.
Instead of just like you've got like a really detailed bit here and then like white in between to like clarify and get some like space around your objects. It's just a good way to like work because you always want to make it easy for your viewer to understand what the fuck is going on.
Yeah. Especially in black and white.
And especially with like such freaky deaky monsters, So yeah, this is a nice page of like vertical sketches of heads and creatures and stuff. Some wowie characters on this page.
Whoa.
This guy's got a face, hands as a mask, and he's like the wound is the actual the hand, the wrist,
Oh, whoa.
and
That's,
then yeah,
whoa.
he's like, oh, do you like my newest style? He's like, hey guys, and then this guy, he's like, and then this guy, he's like, what are you looking at? Get out of my way. And this guy, he's all like, hey guys, But yeah, it's great to like personify your characters a little bit. Have fun with them.
Yeah.
They're all like, in a way, art is like they're all part of your personality. Like they're all part of your brain. So it's good to just have fun. Design what you want to design and have fun doing it. What do you think? Have you got a favorite on this page, Nick?
I like this guy. His mouth just extends all the way down. It's like
Yeah, it's pretty cool, hey.
It's like an alligator that just can't believe what he's seeing.
It's funny. I've seen lots of people like when I've shown them this, they're like, "That looks like Big Bird." Like, what?
There's something Sesame Street-ish about this page, like especially this fellow
guys down the bottom.
here.
Yeah, they're very kind
I
of.
don't know, just the way the eyes are and the beaks.
Yeah, well, I'd agree with that. They're all kind of more cartoony horror characters, not just terrifying, but more imaginative and alien and stuff. But yeah, it's and this is just with going in with a small fine liner to start, and then sometimes adding lots of contrast with a thicker pen, or adding a bit of shading with biro. So, I'm still having fun experimenting with that. Like, now that I'm trying a new medium, I'm doing a lot of sketches of just concepts that I'm comfortable with to try it out and get a good read and get a good comfortability with the medium, so that you can then go on and do more bigger stuff with it. Now I might do a bigger illustration or something down the line. Do it in that sort of way.
Alright.
So, here's some more, guys. Some more creepy deaky dudes and lady.
Here we've got a visor now. This is one we've talked about before.
Yeah, he's like a nice concept of kind of alien monster, like maybe reanimated corpses, but with like alien obelisks attached. Maybe like that's their power source. That's what's keeping them alive in their death.
In this case, this is like this is like acne gone
Yeah.
bad. Like, this is a zoomed in picture of my face some days.
What would you be saying at this moment?
Well, that's what my zit would be saying if I was trying to pop it.
Nick, don't kill me. And then this would be your tongue. You'd be like,
Not that that happens
yeah.
very
And I like this guy too, and the lady. They're pretty. I'm pretty liking this page, and I think it goes to show that like, now that I'm more comfortable experimenting with this medium, like I'm just getting more confident with the ideas again. Like I'm just more focusing on different stuff and how I might draw it in this type of style. But yeah, it's always good to have a sketchbook, because you just
I gave
Checking
this
it
one a
out.
name.
what did you call him? I can't remember.
Schmoof.
Schmoof. Ladies and gentlemen, I present you Schmoof.
Schmoof.
Yeah.
It looks like he's saying it with his mouth. Schmoof.
Let's get some detail on Schmoof. But yeah, this was just playing with shapes and contrast and like juxtaposition a bit, like having such a fat belly and then like such tiny thin fingers, like finger-like legs. It's like so weird, like just playing with different proportions and just trying to draw a kind of beautifully disgusting piece. Just a singular piece. Now,
It's got a bit of symmetry in there.
I was doing a couple pages of lots of heads, so I just wanted to go back to a single figure again. See if I'd learnt anything.
Lurkety schmoof waiting on your roof. Gonna jump down and eat your spleen.
Yeah. He does remind me a little of the Defiler from Spawn. I don't know if you ever saw that. The big grey, skinny
Is that the
alien
one
with a
she
big hook?
whips in half?
Maybe, yeah. It's but yeah, it's a really old 90s
I
movie
like
based
the
on the comic.
sleeves.
Yeah, of like flesh, so it may be like it's actually all bony underneath, and it's just wearing this weird like fat person suit or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun to get a bit more refined sometimes, and stuff like that. This one is just more human practice. Just trying to
Bit of a change of pace here.
just trying to practice doing human faces. It's good to do study and stuff, and obviously when you do study from life, you're able to copy, and it looks more realistic, but it's good to check in with your imagination side of your brain and see how well you can retain a human face and what it looks like from just all that past
How well do you
drawing.
think you did here?
Not bad, getting there. Still, definitely way better than I could have done a while back, you know. But yeah, and true. Like I think I started around here, and the top row, and then did the second and third, and like I think even I don't know if it's just me that can see it, but I reckon I can see like some progression. Like I'm getting more confident here. Like I like this guy here. He like a lot of the starting ones. They have like a kind of a circular kind of guidelines first, and not as confident.
Like this one here is very proportional and almost cartoony. Like the eyes are quite large, and it just looks symmetrical and nice. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You move more towards like a realistic person face.
Yeah, and like with this one here, like I've just not that one, but this one here I reckon is one of the best because I'm, you know, comfortable enough, warmed up enough drawing the face so that I can focus more on like the lighting and maybe where some of the shading is going, and thinking more about it in a cinematic kind of sense than just how do I draw a face, you know. But yeah, you know, it's good to do this, and you know, to just keep doing it and keep trying to make it more of a everyday kind of thing. Just one or two sketches. They don't have to be lovely, like, you know, ones like this. I wasn't as happy with this one. It's kind of generic, Dead Spacey kind of look. So I just left it pretty rough, and then
Got his beard sticking out there.
yeah, he's hasn't had a shave. But yeah, you know, sometimes it's good to just move it and like leave it and move on. I mean, but yeah. Here's a Zombie Santa as well.
December 2015.
Yeah, exactly right. Merry Christmas, everyone. If it's Christmas when you're watching this, probably not, but anyway. Or Happy Hanukkah or Happy Holidays, whatever you want to say.
Oh, it's relatives of Shmoo.
Yes, all his buddies. And don't worry, this isn't like anything sus. It's just some tentacles that, like, some ooze. But yeah, just doodling. Sometimes it takes a while to get warmed up. Sometimes you get to a point you're like, oh, don't like this one. Go to the next one. And now that you are like a bit more warmed up, you've taken that kind of getting like the crap out of your system. You can just get into the better stuff sometimes. But yeah, lots of more experiments with different mediums. This one's more with a thicker, like even thicker than a fine liner pen, and then biro as well. And again, like I started here, and then I think like these are all good. Like, you know, not good, but I don't want to toot my horn or anything. But these are all okay, and then I think this one would probably be my favourite. And that's just because I'm thinking more about the overall like composition, how that would sit on a single page. Like I like to have the head there, and then like lots dripping down the bottom, like lots of strands.
Yeah, oh, that's cool. This one reminds me of Prometheus a lot.
Oh, really? Cool.
Do you remember the Prometheus scene? Of the, yeah. I wish I didn't remember that.
Oh boy. Yes, that was pretty horrendous. And I love how Charlize Theron and that person are like trying to escape the falling tower.
Oh,
and
yeah.
They're like
running
they
straight
fall
in the direction.
in the shadow the whole time. It's like, get out of it. But yeah, here's some attempts at doing just single landscapes. I think this was after one of your suggestions, Nick.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, well, I can do a landscape then.
Do some landscapes, Austin.
But yeah, you know, it's very different for me because I don't know, I love characters and monsters and the actual creature, and then I guess like I definitely do imagine where they would be, but I don't really focus on that as much, you know. So, you know, it's just going to take a bit for me to get more into them, and I think introducing characters as well into the landscape will definitely be a great transition for something I want to work towards. But yeah, this was kind of maybe a orc or like some sort of war chief hideout in some weird forest mushroom patch. Just a like generic kind of sci-fi environment with a waterfall, and then some like ships in space, just some sort of Star Wars thing, and then a whole bunch of fighters. But yeah, got to work on that a bit more. Characters. that's what I'm used to. So yeah, and you see, like, I don't know if you can see that, but this one has been damaged a little bit from smudge. Like, you see the outside of the contour, there's a bit of really light feathering. I mean, it's not really noticeable, but, and if anything, it adds like a kind of misty effect to the artwork, you know. But anyway, that's just what might happen if, you know, you're taking your sketchbook out a lot and it's getting bumped around a bit.
There are no mistakes, only happy accidents.
Hey, Bob Ross in the house. But yeah, and then here's some more skeleton and creepy like survivors. Haven't really finished these guys up to a big standard yet, but still getting there. I think moving on, and then yeah, like I just love the idea of having like some sort of a boxer, big bulky muscle character with like small little weapons that he just like punches people with. You know what I mean?
No.
But yeah, and then here, one of the last in my book is a turtle.
Another change of pace.
Cartoony.
Yeah,
More,
I like this one.
yeah.
I like his
I thought
face
you would. Yeah.
and his moustache.
I drew this one for my girlfriend Tinica. She, I was like, what do I draw? And she was like, this.
The turtle. And top hat.
Well, she was like, you know, a turtle, and I think I suggested the pug because I know she likes pugs. So yeah.
Pugs are adorable.
And now that I think of it, he's, you know, halfway through the drawing, we were all decided we should make him like a circus entertainer. But yeah, you know, it's good to change up your style every now and again.
Yeah.
Or just try a different style. Just go on a vacation to a different style. See how it fits.
This one's cool. I like it.
I used to do more cartoony and more like kid-friendly cartoony, like when I was younger. Had a thing called Bob the Blob, which was like a really old,
Oh, I remember Bob
really
the
old
Blob.
comic.
Bob the Blob.
Probably got the comic still somewhere. We should make that another video. But
We
yeah.
should narrate it.
Oh, we should. And yeah, here's some stuff. And then here, to finish off our little video, is a portrait of me by the lovely Grace. Thank you, Grace. I look stunning. Whoops. And there's she's put a Dare iced coffee in as well, because I'm always drinking coffee. Because I'm a nut. And she signed it similar to me, you know, how I always sign a picture and put the exclamation marks on the date, like, so I'm so excited.
I never noticed.
I'm like, it's goddamn 2016, baby.
Nice.
So she copied me in that regard. And then she asked me what my favorite animal was. Oops. And I said a scorpion. So that's what she drew. So yeah, it's always good to like. And then I think while she was drawing me, I was working on a new drawing of her. But I turned her into the Joker, I think.
In this book.
Actually, turn around. I will show you guys right now. On the fly video editing. So yeah, I'm already on to my next one. And this is what that picture turned out to be.
Very nice.
It's a bit confusing because she's got eyelids there, but I think I pressed a bit hard with the pencil. But anyway, she's, you know, the Joker lady drawing me. But yeah, you know, this is the sketchbook I'm working on now, and this will be the next video.
Yeah, man. Look forward to it.
So looking forward to that one. Let's hopefully get it done closer than nearly two years away. But yeah, thanks guys. You know, hopefully you enjoyed this video and had a nice casual hangout with us and Mr. Skull and Rammy Boy.
Yeah. And hopefully we'll see you next time.
Thanks for coming, Nick.
Yeah.
Have
Cheers
a-
for having me, buddy.
Great video, and be sure to guys like, subscribe, and favorite those videos. Alrighty, thanks guys. Bye.